Okay guys, welcome to part 2 of this bit of a look at really Master of Magic, what's going to be coming with the game. I think it's got a December launch. Anyway, I'm very impressed with the game, but we looked at the last episode. We actually had a bit of a look and compared Master of Magic, the 2022 version, with Master of Magic, the 1995 version. But there is actually another game that we do have to compare this one to, and that is Caster of Magic for Windows, which is essentially the 1995 version that has been modded over years and years and years into an exceptional game. It doesn't have the graphics, of course, of this game. So let's actually just stop now, have a quick look at Caster of Magic, and then we'll come back. But in reality, the game is going to be compared probably most of the time with Caster of Magic and Caster of Magic for Windows, which is what I've sort of got now installed in through here. So I thought I'd put my face on the screen just for this part of it. I've sort of got this set up for when I was doing a few streams of Caster of Magic. By the way, yeah, of course, I'm going to be streaming the demo version a little bit this week on Twitch. So if you want to join me there, that'd be awesome. And of course, we'll cover it, I think, in a bit of detail as well on my chat tactic, which is every Monday on YouTube live stream. So love actually having the interaction with you guys in those sessions. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so let's just go into new game. Just want to have a quick look and see what the setup looks like. So this one here, difficulty, again, what have we got? We've got Advanced, Expert, Master, Lunatic, Phantom. Yeah, okay, so this one does go through a different progression than the old game. Opponents, how many have we got? We've got a lot more. Got up to, gee, how many does that, okay, random. Again, I like things like random, like you don't know how many you're going to be playing against. Again, I think you could have these different sliders with those sorts of things. Anyway, let's just leave it on one. Game size, again, random, minimal, tiny, small. This is the sort of stuff that you want, to be honest. You're wanting to sort of see these sorts of, extra numbers. Now, I don't know if these could come through with modding or not. I just don't know. This is something as well. It would be cool if there was ways to set up the actual game. So you had like an islands, a small, an average, a large, continents, mixed continents, or random. It's I would love to see this in the game. These sort of settings. This is where Caster of Magic really is where Master of Magic has eventually ended up with all the different modding and so on and so forth over the years. And this for me is more the benchmark for the new Master of Magic than Master of Magic itself. And I knew that when they were doing it, they weren't really looking much at Caster of Magic. They were looking more at the old Master of Magic to try to emulate that before they enhance it. So it's interesting to have a bit of a look to see what may come. Again, they've got a bit more. They've got actual numbers in there, which is interesting because that's what they've got in the new version. Climate again as well. This is great to be able to sort of have different sorts of climates for the actual world generation. So this has got a much more detailed world generation than even the coming game, and minerals as well in through there. If we just click on start, just go back to Shari again. Now this one has got like a different set of, it's got one extra death one in through there. We'll just press enter and we'll just go to high elf. It's got the same number of characters. These have got different score modifiers, and again, this game really, over the years, has just been so well fleshed out. There's some really good stuff in here as well. And you can sort of right-click on this to sort of get the information about how things sort of then do work. I won't click on these, but again, you can sort of see there's a lot of map setup stuff that you can do in here, which is some of these, like we've got like easy layers. We can actually sort of set that one if we wanted to, but this one does actually have like some very good options. I probably should have put this in the last video. But anyway, we're looking at this video now. So just click on OK. Even more of them over here, more score modifiers. It's just heaps and heaps. Again, a much more fleshed out color scheme. I sort of hope that that they do something like this. Maybe even beyond this, actually. I'm just worried that based on the fact that there's only 5 flags, that we're only going to have like up to 4 factions that we can play against us. Just press enter and through that side through there. And so the graphics sort of looks fairly sort of serviceable. Actually, this one does start with the settler. That's interesting. So it did start, whereas the others just started with a swordsman and a spearman, I thought it was. But this one's got 2 swordsmen, I think. yeah, 2 swordsmen in this instance. So anyway, I thought I'd just sort of open this one up. This one we do actually still have the game, the spell casting in through this side as well. The armies, just sort of showing what they can then do. I think this one does have the extra movement, which the previous one didn't have. If we zoom down to, say, here, potentially. No, it can only move 1. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's the number of units. It's not the actual... It's not the... it's not how far they can actually then move. It may... Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we won't go into all that. City screens in through this side, again, very much like the original. But this one, I think we can change and start to queue things up. We still don't get to see... Like, we've got buildings or we've got units, essentially, are the two different sorts of things in through here, but it doesn't really give us much information as to what else is going on. So I'll just click on OK. So certainly, like, the new game is going to be great, but Caster of Magic was equally great, you know, in where it actually did end up going. The Surveyor mode, yep, we sort of saw that one. That's going to be pretty much the same as what it was like in the original. Magic, back in through this side. If we just go and click on, actually, we'll just cancel that Surveyor mode. Yep, so you just got the standard old magic. It's not going to help us much. The wizard. Yep, so you've got the different sorts of planes in through there as well. The different wizard elements that are in the game. Info back in through here, same sort of deal there. Yeah, anyway, I thought I'd just quickly show this. I should have done that in the last episode. But anyway, we've done it now, so you can sort of see exactly what's actually happening with the Caster of Magic for Windows. All right, now there's a lot of other things besides that in Caster of Magic, like in the actual gameplay, etc., but we won't go into it too deeply. I just wanted to just have a bit of a look, you know, like there's so much more with the map setups and things in Caster of Magic than what there is here. So I hope that things will sort of be developed more, you know, even with this base version. I keep on saying even with this base version, because you know, the game was always meant to be like the original game, like in terms of its game mechanics. And I think that they could still stretch, you know, they could still stretch a bit and still make it so that it's still viable. Let's just end our turn. Actually, no, we haven't done the queue complete. Yes, we have. We have done that one. We've got our build, we've got our library. So we'll close that one. We'll end our turn. Magic Spirit Summoned. Beautiful game, isn't it? God, it looks good. Close that one. All right, so I won't play too much, but I do want to get some combat done. So we need to be 5 away from here to then settle another city. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, hang on. Now we've got a bit of looks like there may be frost at the bottom there. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can settle in here. We've got swamp there. We do actually fit there, and we can actually then go and build C units back in from this location. I think we'll still just go and do this for the sake of the exercise. Let's just go and build. We were 1 off getting that there. Oh well, that's a shame. If we just press tab again, mithril ore. Wow, damn! I wish I would have got that. But this is not what we wanted anyway. We've got a bit of forest, a bit of swamp, which is hardly going to be any good to us. Yeah, a bit of a mix of everything really. We don't have much with the shore, but we can still build a bit of a navy eventually at Ashenwood. Would have been nice to have gotten the mithril. We can always build more, so that's not really a big problem. Just go to the move armies. Just go to oops. So yeah, we don't want to keep that one going. Now we wanted to find out what was back over here, so we'll just now move this army across 1. Which gives it 1 more move, and so I can then just do a bit of a test on this area through here. Some caves are mere shelter from the elements, but some of has beast lairs, yep, blah, blah, blah. And we've got 2 hellhounds, so we don't want to engage with that. We'll just move the army. Now, we have summoned in our magic spirit, and I'll get this one to also maybe just go down here initially and just sort of see what else is down this side. So these are no mere ruins. This is an old dungeon. And heaps of sprites. So that's not going to help us. Now we can still cast other spells. I'm going to need to get like some hellhounds and ghouls for this. We can get the hellhounds. I might just go and grab them now. And we'll end our turn here. Now we should have picked up yeah, we do actually have a group in through this side as well, some more swordsmen. Now, I want to see what's actually in this mithril site. Oops, hang on. Oh, I can't do it just yet. We'll just end our turn. Now we can do it. Start to move them across. Okay, another old dungeon. Another hellhound. I am really looking forward to the combat, to seeing how that one actually does progress. Let's go this one now. 2 fire elementals. This is where I wish that the game would still give you a clue as to what you're seeing here. I think it's just like, for the sake of they're big hexes, there's no reason not to really include more information on here rather than having to go to this contrived surveyor. Actually, the more I play it, the less I like the surveyor. There would be much cleaner ways to do that. Now, I should point out, here we go, hellhounds have now been summoned. Close them off. See, like, it's, we don't know which ones we've actually scouted, and unless you sort of happen to be able to remember it, which I know I'll forget at some point. So I'll need to go back and have another look at these. Let's just keep on moving to the south. We might move this army up to join up with the others. And we'll get more of these, so we'll just go across into casting spells, and I'll get a ghoul unit. That's 14 units to get. It's 14 turns to get that one there. But you can see that the turns actually do rattle forward pretty quickly, really. You've finished summoning hellhounds. Okay, that's going to be fine. Just move this army. A beautiful green grove, brimming with nature's glory. Beware this place of power is likely to have guardians. Only 3 war bears, that's not too bad. Just keep on moving across. Master, I come bearing gifts, so if you a magic spirit. Okay, this is cool. You'd sort of get this one around about this turn, I think, from the other quick run that I actually had of the game. We'll accept that. We'll take the spirit. Done. Okay, so we'll now go up to here and have a quick look. Now, it's only got a single hellhound. Once we get our hellhound in amongst the group, we'll be in a good position. Now, have we checked? This is what I mean. Like, we need to know. We haven't actually explored that one yet. So let's just go across. Need to know what we've got. Now, there's a... It's funny. We've got a win with small losses or a total defeat, but none of the other two with moderate losses or heavy losses. It's sort of one or the other. I think it's because I think these have just got like a single unit, I think. Does it say how many units there are? Don't engage. Okay. Anyway, let's just move the armies. So here we go. We've got the next one of these, which I'm just going to use this as a scout. So we'll send it across the water and move army. Just gives us a bit of a picture as to what's down the bottom here. Okay. Oh, that's hard. Ifrits and fire elementals, very, very difficult. So we won't tackle that one. Actually, one thing I do like is that it's got inbuilt the advisor. You don't have to sort of specify it, which is what I think you had to do. I don't know if that was part of the original, but you certainly had to do that with Caster of Magic. You had to sort of tell it that, yeah, you wanted to play that way, but it automatically is doing that for us. Oh, that one's already moved. We'll just end our turn there. There's another nice spot for another city. I think we might queue that one up. across now. Have we done that one? Yep. That's all right. Move army. Oh, what the hell is that? Monster lair, okay. Oh, we found ourselves a small town here. Another High Elves town, actually, with one spearman unit. And what have we got there? Ancient Towers of Wizardry. Face of defenders or search the tower. Just check what who the defenders actually are. Cockatrices. Nope, don't engage. I like that you're not committed to it. Wow. Okay, that's way too much. Let's bring these armies up together. Alright, there's some nice expansion spots up there. Now we're still building the shrine in here. We should actually check to see when this one's going to become a city. Oh, here we go. We've got ourselves now a new hero, so Thera the Thief. I do like the artwork, actually. I mean, this one's probably not as good as some of the others, but it still looks very good. So we'll hire her for 100. Now we've got 112, so we're going backwards slightly. We're going to have to correct that. Now we have this town. If we right-click it, we have a good chance of defeating it with just one unit. Very good chance. Let's not engage. Let's actually wait until we can get this unit back in as well. And then we'll take both in. So she is now ready to come up as well. So she'll be moving a lot further. I've got to say, I do really like the feel of the game. Like it's not difficult, you know what I mean? Like it's one of these games that feels quite approachable in its sort of the way it sort of does work. Actually, we're going to have a quick look at Ashenwood. If we have a quick look at the cities just before it levels up. This is actually something I wanted to show you. This is quite nice, actually. So this is sort of semi-randomized now. It's not just set in stone. There's different things that can impact that one through there. But this one is sort of just progressing. We've gone through 7 of the progressions, still got 3 to go before it becomes a town. So at this stage, it's just an outpost from our side. So we'll just close that one off. I think that's quite nice. And if we double click it, we have the same deal in through here again as well. So we'll just close that one. We'll move the army. And oh, that's some sort of portal there. Move the army back up this way as well. All right, in turn. Here we go. It's now turn 9. It's handy having these that can float. All right, in we go. So we're going to go in with an army. Now, is it worth waiting for her? You know it is. It is. Sorry, guys, it is. We're going to wait. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring these 2 down. So we now have 3 in this army. I thought we'd just get a few together because I'll make this one a fairly short video. It's fairly late for me, so I sort of didn't want to be in there too much. Do we know what that one is? Yes. Yes, we do. I don't know if the red means that it's difficult, which that one is difficult. Move army. in turn. Mysterious cave, so we'll check that one out. And we've got 2 hellhounds there, so we won't engage with those. Look over this way. Right, in we go. So we'll try this one here. We can have up to 9 in the army, and this will be very, very interesting in comparison to the Master of Magic combat. So you can see there we basically have a very, very easy fight here because we're just going up against 1 High Elf Spearman. So we'll command personally, of course, and see what we're up against. So this looks good. Oh, this looks nice. This looks nice. So we've got the now. If I remember from Master of Magic, you used to have like just it was very, very small, of course, because it was only sort of pixel art type stuff. It was in squares, and so we do actually have. I don't know if that's the actual village or if these are just dressings, but that's sort of where they're coming from. So this one here, we can then get information about these. So we've got the number of figures in through here is 8. So we've got 8 figures. Now, is that the same as what I can't remember what the what Master of Magic actually had. Resistance here of 60%. So this is the cumulative chance to resist all ill effects of enemy attacks and spells. It's got 2 armor, so not great armor, and 1 melee, and 1 hit point per unit. So 8 hit points will have this thing killed. So we've got other little bonuses and things back over here. Again, just beautiful presentation. I've got to say, I really, really like this. This is the Forester, allows all units stacked with them to pass through forest at a cost of 1 movement point per hex. You know, I don't remember that being a thing. I thought the Forester was only for that unit, but this allows all units stacked with them to pass through forest at a cost of 1. And I was wrong before when about the spirit, the floating spirit. And I may be wrong about that, but I thought Forester in Master of Magic was only for the unit. That's great. If it's little things like that improve the game no end, that would be awesome. If I've got that one right. We've got +1 hit chance. Each point increases the unit's chance to hit by an additional 10%. Melee attacking through there, and a unit level is this unit can gain XP and increase its rank. So we'll just close that one through there. We can also then have a look at our units as well, do the same sort of deal in through there. She's got like very high resistance, lots of armor, only 1 figure, but 7 hit points. So she's less than the others, but she's still not bad. Now she can, she's got hero levels back in through there, melee, naturally enchanted weapons, so allows the units to hit creatures which have weapon immunity. So this is like a magical attack. Agility, so increases the armor of the unit by +1 level. Super agility increases the bonus by +50%. Charmed, back in through here. So charmed heroes never fail a resistance roll. There we are. Not that we're going to have to worry about that one. Now we should also have, what's that, combat log. Cool. Let's leave that open and see sort of how things go. We've got flee, we've got auto combat. That's the speed. I like slow battles. Whoops, hang on a sec. Sorry about that, just had someone at the door, so I've forgotten what I was talking about. So we can sort of have a bit of a look at ours. We've got 6 characters in here, so these have got only 1 hit point per character. 2 armor, but they do a lot more melee damage. So they do 3 melee damage. So these are more powerful than the spearmen, but don't have the same protection, I guess, as the spearmen have got more protection, but just not enough hitting power. Large shield, so adds +2 to the unit's armor against all ranged attacks. Again, Forester again, with it being an elf. And then we've got the Hellhounds. So we do actually have 4 of these with 4 hit points each. So we've got 16 hit points in total. That makes these ones quite strong. 2 armor and 3 attacks, which is quite cool. Again, magical attacks with, I guess, the fire, not breath, but the fire teeth. Well, she does have fire breath. Fire breath allows the attacking unit to breathe a fiery blast before engaging in hand-to-hand combat. Cool. Now, down the bottom through here, we actually have casting spells, so we can do different things like black sleep, weakness. Fire elemental can be brought into the actual attack. Now, we don't have a lot of mana at this point in time. How much mana do we have? Actually, 0. We've got insufficient to do anything. All right, that's okay. I wasn't keeping track of the mana and so on and so forth. Casting skill, okay, and that's casting range times 1.5 at this point in time. A multiplier that affects the mana cost of your spells in battle. The further away the combat is from the wizard fortress, the greater the multiplier. I haven't seen that. I don't remember that being part of Master of Magic. That's, yeah, God, my memory is failing me. This is cool. I like if this is new. That makes attacking at range difficult, which is interesting. This is very, very interesting. So we've got like next unit as well. So we just go from unit to unit. We have a summary down through here as to what they have, including those little weapon areas as well. So, and they've got the little symbols up through there as well, which is all very, very nice. Let's, this one has only got a movement of, where is it? Movement of 2 it should be. Yeah, movement of 2. So it can't really reach us. So let's just go and move these up. We don't want to sit inside their range, so let's just move up into here. Now I don't know if we've got a ranged attack. No, we don't with her. She's only got melee. Alright, so we'll end our turn here. It does look good. I've got to say, it looks very good. That's as far in as I can zoom in, by the way. I can sort of zoom further out. You know, actually I prefer if these stuck closer to the units rather than it sticking up like that. That just gets in the way. I can sort of move, if I use the middle mouse button, what about if I right click, it's not going to help me. Whoops, hang on. What about Q and E? Does that, no, there's no rotation. If this is, then this is, look, this is all 3D. I don't know why we can't rotate the map. That's strange, actually. That's another thing that I think should be in the game. Again, this is, you know, it's early beta days at this point in time, but that's the sort of stuff I would like to see. So let's go in with her and do an attack. So we'll move in and then we'll do the actual attack on the actual unit itself. They get a first attack. She can have another shot. There we go. That animation wasn't all that inspiring, really, was it? Wasn't fantastic. So I'm guessing I just move in. Now we do actually have the fire breath. Now that should, if we have a spell like that, we should have casting skills. Cast spell. No, that's not it. I thought the individual units. This one didn't do anything. Maybe it may have this one around. I don't know what I've done here. Oh, there we go. That's what we want to see. Okay, so it was 0 versus the thief 1. So it was some. We're not getting enough information here with this log file. I would like to see more, please. There we go. We killed them off. Yeah, the log file's not impressive, I've got to say. Yeah, would have much preferred to have actually seen the die rolls. You know, like it's obviously there's a luck component to it. So what are the rolls? Why was it doing that? You know, give me information, please. So nearby resources, we've got population, we've got 3 buildings. Master, you've conquered this settlement. Now you can decide its fate. So we're going to keep it, of course, in this instance. And so it's Silver Spire. We'll end our turn here. Actually, we'll have a quick look at that. So Silver Spire. Now we've still got. Here we go. So this thing has actually gone like half a turn up. So probably still got 2 turns before this one actually kicks in. Silver Spire and through here has got about the same population that we actually have. These are high elves. Let's go to the city and have a look and see what it's actually got. So it's got barracks, a smithy, and a builder's hall. Okay. Let's go back to the build queue and we'll build ourselves a granary, I think, so we can get more food. Now the money is going backwards, so we should really start to manage that a little bit more effectively. And so we're going to have to increase our tax rates. So we're getting +1 now. That's going to make the unrest go up. So anyway, I won't min-max anything too much in the game. We'll just sort of just get a bit of a feel for how things are working. But that's actually working pretty well. Now, is there a next city? Yeah, here we go. We can sort of go between the different cities. Cool, that's good as well. That's what we want to see. What are we building? Still building this one in through here, this library. Still 8 turns actually for that. Oh, no, the shrine, sorry. We've still got a long way to go with the shrine. Now, here we go. We've got rebels. So rebels generate no food, gold, or production in the town, but will consume food. As unrest increases, more rebels will surface. Unrest can be reduced by constructing religious buildings, lowering the tax rate. Unrest reduction spells are a garrison of non-fantastic units at 5% reduction per unit. So really, if we did have a garrison in here, it would actually help. We might ditch that one and go and build ourselves a group of, say, spearmen, which are fairly cheap. So let's go and push that one in there. Hang on. If we go across, I do like this so much better than the original game. This is very, very cool. Can we move them around? Yeah, we can shuffle. Now, I don't know if... Yeah, we can actually even shuffle things that have been half built. That's interesting as well. That's not something that was in the game. In the original. Okay, so that's nice. That's all done. Yep, so we're very, very close to that one there. We'll just close the city screen through there. I like it. Now, we can still get another city in here somewhere. That would be definitely worth getting. What we might do in Silver Spire is actually go and build ourselves a settler unit as well. It's going to take a long time, but I think it's worth it. The gold is a bit of a problem. It's funny that you can't change the gold from there. You have to go into the city screen. That's a global, so it's sort of strange that you can't do that from out in the middle. Like it's weird that you have to actually go into here to then go and change global taxes and unrest. I can't afford to do that for very long. I'll keep it on -1. I didn't want to sort of spend too much time with everything. Gotta tell you what, I really want to be seeing stuff that I know of, like just some indicator that yes, you have explored it, or no, you haven't explored it. And it's just, I'm finding this frustrating. That's just another hellhound. Do not engage. Yeah, look, the lack of the log file without giving me the actual die rolls was a bit underwhelming, I've got to say. Move army back in through here. Again, I can just keep this army here if we wanted to just keep on top of the rebels. I think we might just do that for now. We'll just sort of stay where we are. These guys should be slightly damaged, actually. Her health should be down. No, she's back to full health. They're okay, and they're okay. Yep, so 1 of 1, but it's 7 out of 7. Yep, that's all fine. So they don't need to do any more healing. Let's have another look. Except, there's nothing there. It was abandoned, so we can pick up another 10 mana. We're getting +3 per turn, but we are spending it basically on these summons. Move the next army. Again, I'm getting frustrated with this. Having to use the tab all the time to figure out when the game should be giving me indication as to what's at these locations. Like there should be some indicator there. I'm finding that more and more frustrating the more I play it. Another hellhound, but don't engage that. Move army. There's another shoreline. So I might start to move this one back down now. There we go. Outpost is now expanded. So we can go and build this one here. We'll go and get a... now some of these don't cost anything, like the barracks has got no maintenance. It doesn't really give us anything. Yeah, we do have forests in range, so let's go and build one of those. Yep, that's okay. We'll just close that one off. I'm not, as I say, I'm not really trying to min-max anything just yet. Actually, our gold is now working out okay now that we've got this one as a settlement. We could even do that. Chaos node. Another little outpost there. Gnolls in this case. Got 2 Gnoll spearmen, which are fairly strong. Funny also, I thought that we'd be able to see more from different areas as well. I sort of almost wish that that was a thing where the terrain actually got in your way. God, I'm fussy. You know, again, with modern games, you sort of expect it now. Just keep on sort of scouting through. Move army. Bring this one back into town. I really should be keeping 1 unit on everything. Move army. See if we find anything sort of different in through here. I don't think I'll play for too long with this. Actually, one thing I can do is just keep on moving her out and just use her for scouting, which I think would be cool. And they can just guard that location. Move army again. Actually, we're out of time, actually, guys. So I think we might leave it here. And I'll leave this, like, I just wanted to do a little expose. But I will be streaming this, as I say, over the next week or so. So if you are interested, then by all means, come and join me on Twitch. Twitch.tv/DazTactic. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little quick sort of, I guess, almost like a comparison between the Master of Magic, Caster of Magic for Windows and the new Master of Magic. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.